We are now going to discuss the shark pattern, designed by Scott Carney, a harmonic expert. He designed it with an X, A, B, C, D, as all harmonics are, with an X beginning and a D ending. And in this example, from X to A is the impulse leg. The A to B, there is no retracement value needed, but the other criteria is when you have A, B up to C, it can fall between a 1.13 and a 1.618 extension. From the B to C down to D leg, it's a 1.618 to a 2.24 extension. And then important is the X to D leg, the retracement. This turns into both a retracement and an extension at the same time, and we will see this in a live example. The retracement is an 886 to a 1.13 extension. Let's take a look at a drawing, and then we will look at a live example. In our drawing, as we discussed in the past, and we will continue to discuss, is that bullish harmonic patterns are best purchased when the market has a retracement in a bullish trend. However, we do want to look at how these patterns can work. So in the shark pattern, you have your retracement down. Okay, so if we're looking at this in an uptrending mode, okay, let me just fix that. In an uptrending mode, you have your retracement levels. What we do see here is, for instance, you have a little retracement and then up. In the shark pattern, the market makes its high, and we'll draw this in another color. Market makes its high, has a retracement, then makes a higher high, and then makes a retracement down, and then possibly an extension. So just looking at this at face value, it doesn't really look as much as a harmonic as the other ones do. So let's just draw it in. We have that little swing low. We have the first retracement. We have the higher high. And then we have the retracement down. Now, when looking at harmonics on the shark pattern, typically right here, this being the low, the X, we would have a retracement of an 886 to an extension of a 113. So if we were to label this, we would have an X, A, B, C, and D would have two entries, D, D. And this would give us our shark pattern. Let's take a look at a live example. Before we continue, we are going to show you a live example of what we had been discussing in terms of a trending market and why we want to go with the trend. As we see, the larger time frame trend has been down. And in this area right here is where we have our shark pattern on a smaller time frame. So we are looking for a retracement up and a downtrend, and then looking for the harmonic pattern. Let's erase this data and show you on a smaller time. Okay, let's check this on a 15-minute chart. actually make it a 30-minute chart, and we will show you the shark pattern. Okay, what we are looking at here is the basis for the shark pattern. We see the market had a high, and we're going to label this out. We had an X, oops, A, B, C, D. We look in the first leg down that the market went from high to low and then a retracement up. Now from that point, the market, we look at that ABC extension and we see it hit a 113 and then up to this D point. The D point, which we're going to discuss going forward, will have that range of the 886 to the 1618 to the 113. As we see in the attached example, the market went from X down to A, has made a retracement back up of that XA swing between an 886 retracement and a 113 extension. This completes the pattern for the shark. X, A to B, and down to C is a 113 extension. And then the move up, which gives us that XAD zone for a shorting opportunity. Your risk typically would go around a 1272 extension. And what we are showing now is your risk point at a 1272 extension and your targets from C to D, down 38%, 618%, or even 100% to the downside. Those would be targets. This completes the shark pattern.